Hello, beautiful, lovely, crafty friend. This is Love Builds Up Crafts, and I'm Sasha. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be looking at part 2 of what more can you do with NUVO Drops. So if you haven't seen part 1, please make sure you check it out. So over the weekend, someone kindly pointed out to me that vertical videos are an absolute no, never. Just don't do it on YouTube. So I've already learned my first mistake and I am doing my best to fix it. I reshot what I could, but obviously I couldn't start everything again. So please forgive me. Some of the footage is in widescreen and some of it is vertical, but from going forward, all my videos will be recorded widescreen. It might not be recorded the way that you like, but please still watch because you can still see all the things that you can do with the NUVO drops, like this quick and simple technique using the back of a paintbrush and just adding beautiful bright color. It doesn't even take that long, whereas if you're trying to color, how long would it take to get something so beautifully bright and vibrant with coloring pencils or even markers? This is literally done in minutes, and it might look like a peeled banana, but it's meant to be a flower. It's just that my drawing freehand skills have lagged a bit because I haven't been practicing, but you still get a beautiful bright card and you'll see how we finish it. So over here I've cut the panels into two, and on the first panel I wanted to do some ink blending watercolory look, but then once I started adding water I realized, oh my goodness, this is not watercolor card. It started buckling and everything going wrong, so I added some holographic embossing powder on top of it to give it a bit more structure, and you can see how I finished that card over on my blog, lovebuildsupcrafts.com. That's where you find the blog on the website, and you just tap the blog icon. For this second card, I added layers of scrap cardstock because I just wanted that flower thing to be the main focus. I used this technique to make the leaves for this card, which we can make together over on the blog. So make sure you check out the blog because there'll be loads of bonus material posted every week. This is actually one of my favorite backgrounds from the whole set. And to make this, I used this technique over here that I shared over on Instagram. I don't like calling things technique. Let's say this method. You just squiggle on and then you get something with a flat edge and you just run it through. And you come up with really cool looking sort of abstract art cards. I actually made so many backgrounds using this method here, where you just take a bond folder and then you just spread out the color in any shape that you want. Such a fun way. You can see over here I stamped a flower image in the middle so that I could have a shape to follow. I stamped it with clear ink, and then I just took my bond folder and went to work on the NUVO drops. We're just gonna quickly finish it together. I'm going to add some glitter cardstock, of course, as a base, and then I've gold embossed one of the sunflower flowers from the Tonic Studios Stamp Club set, which is sunflowers and sunshine. I will link it below so that you don't have to remember all of that. And you see me here just giving the flowers a bit of shape using that same paintbrush. It's a multitasking tool, and I'm just curving the flowers a bit just to give them an edge, and I've done that with the leaves as well. Okay, and I'm gonna pop my sentiment on there. So I added sequins and then I really didn't like it, so I just ditched them. I prefer it this way. I'm not a big sequin person, so I prefer gems. I like it this way. I feel like the flower is the main focus, and that's the way it should be. I used this same method to make this card, which will be over on the blog. I then went ahead and combined all the three techniques to make this. I fell in love with this. When I first saw it, I was thinking, okay, Sasha, what the? And then when I stamped it with this octopus stamp, this is from Studio Light. It's one of their mixed media sets by Marlene, I think. So yeah, I stamped this little guy, and then using some VersaFine Onyx ink. Did you even know you could stamp over NUVO drops? Yes, you can. There's so much more. You can draw over it. I used a coloring pencil as well to make some of the parts darker, so you can color over NUVO drops. You can also use your micron pens and your jelly roll pens. So I'm sure you can also use glitter pens on this. There's just a whole world of possibilities with NUVO drops. You just gotta try. Most of the mediums that would work with other things work just as well with NUVO drops. It also creates a resist, so you can use it basically like gesso. I'm a complete beginner in mixed media, so I was really happy with this. So I'm gonna frame it because I just love it so much. I cannot make it into a card, so I think I'm gonna frame it and use it as a print in my craft room. I included this clip so that you can see that sometimes the experiments just do not go well. And even though I say do not give up on your cards, I gave up on this one because I was having a low creativity day and I just couldn't think. This is what I should have actually done to that other panel, because this is so awesome. Seriously, I didn't know you could emboss over NUVO drops until I tried it, and I was like, this is so cool. And of course you do get bubbling, but just look at that. Look at how the NUVO drops and the embossing powders move and merge together, and they just make this gorgeous, I don't know what to call this, but this is what you get. Like, isn't that so much better than how that panel started? I mean, I smudged it as much as I could to show that even something smudged can be salvaged. Because I know you can stamp over your NUVO drop backgrounds, I decided to try some stenciling with some distress oxides. I'm using salvage patina there. You do have to tap it on rather than blend it on, because then it just wipes it off. You see there, I didn't like it, so all you do is just wipe it off. That's how great NUVO drops are. Just wipe it off and come in with a different color. You won't get as much definition. It's a different kind of look as you would with the oxides, but this, see, you can just wipe it off. This is VersaFine pigment ink. Sorry, yeah, VersaFine Onyx Blank pigment ink, and it just wiped off just like that. You can also add gilding flakes. Just wait for your NUVO drops to get tacky and then you add your gilding flakes. Wait for it to dry, then sweep it with a brush to remove the excess. And look at that. Tell me that's not beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, check out this cool alcohol ink look that you can just get by using NUVO drops and your crystal glaze. Seriously, this is way cheaper than using alcohol inks. If you know how much alcohol inks are, then you will know this is way cheaper. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and please try at least one of these methods because you can have so much fun, and crafting is meant to be fun in the first place, so make sure you're having fun with your products and with your crafting. And don't forget to subscribe below and hit the notification bell as well, so that when I upload more interesting ways to use your products as well as general card making tips, you'll be the first to know. Also visit lovebuildsupcrafts.com where you can access all of my socials.